Razor is a character that I feel is often overlooked,
I keep watch. You leave, you call me.
but I saw him and instantly knew that he was going to be my new favorite character. I mean, look at him! Okay, anyways, I'm gonna keep this short and sweet, just like I did with your mom last night. It kind of all happened on accident. I mean, I was new to Genshin Impact, I saw Razor, I decided he was gonna be on my team, and I put some artifacts on him, and next thing I knew I created a monster. But this boy, this little 16-year-old boy, he scares me. I don't know what I've created. I seriously have created a monster. I don't know how I did this. I say that I'm bad at building characters, but when I have characters like this, I'm kind of proving myself wrong, you'll see. So first we're testing out the build in the Valley of Remembrance domain, because this domain gives a 75% physical damage bonus, which is perfect because I kind of built my Razor as a physical damage Razor. So let's take a look at his basic stats. His attack is 2,466, and when we look at his crit rate and crit damage ratio, it could be better, but it's decent, I'd say. I don't like what I said. I have no idea how to do build and stuff. Like I'm kind of, I don't know. Okay, no. It's okay, right? I don't know, just leave a comment or something telling me if this is good or not. But I'm just gonna keep him now because it seems to be doing well for me. Energy recharge 144%, which I feel like is also good. Again, I don't know. And physical damage bonus 55%. But you'll see that when we entered the domain, when we entered the domain, this increases a lot. The team that I'm using for this domain consists of Razor, of course. Then I have Bennett, Barbara, and Xinyan. Like I mentioned before, this domain increases physical damage for all characters, which I'm definitely taking advantage of. I also want to remind you that I'm not using food buffs to test this, I only have the increased attack for the 2 pyro characters in my party. Plus I'm using this weapon on Barbara to increase my attack. I put down Bennett's burst for increased attack, and right away we're already getting some big numbers. Did you see that 50,000? Listen, I'm not a pro or anything, but I think these are some pretty impressive numbers. Okay, now that we absolutely destroyed that domain, let's test it outside of the domain so we can see more realistic numbers. I figured we'd test this in the Spiral Abyss because it's a lot more challenging and you can't use buffs aside from the ones that your characters provide. Let's do floor 11 since that's just where I recently left off. For this team, I'm using Razor, Bennett, Kazuha, and Xinyan. You can already see that I'm still doing a lot of damage. And on the next chamber, I managed to do 32,000 damage. I then died in the Spiral Abyss, then took out my frustration on some Treasure Hoarders. Then I still crave violence, plus I was curious how Razor would do on his own, so I decided to test him out on these guys. Then that was when I was satisfied. He's still doing so much damage even on his own. This is why I decided to main Razor. Okay, now let's actually look at his build. You probably noticed already, but his weapon is the prototype Archaic. I've refined it to rank 5, so every 15 seconds there's a 50% chance to deal 480% attack damage to all enemies. Now this is where it gets exciting, his artifacts. As you can see, I am using the sets Pale Flame and Gladiator's Finale. So let's start with this. Honestly, for this artifact, I kind of just got lucky with the crit damage, and then the 2 attack stats are okay too. And this isn't really part of any set, I kind of just added it because of the crit damage. Then we have the Plume of Death, which is part of the Pale Flame set, and its main stat is attack, of course, and its substats are attack percent, energy recharge, and then 6.2% crit rate, which I kind of liked, but honestly, it could be better. Then I have Sands of Eon, which is attack percent. I also have another attack stat, but the most important thing of this artifact is just the crit damage at 20%. Then I have the Goblet of Eonathum, which has attack, crit rate, and crit damage. And then this artifact, which I feel like is really important too. This has 31% crit rate as its main stat, and also crit damage as a really good substat too. And that's all my artifacts. I only have him at C2. I really wish I had more constellations of him since he's the character that I've been maining for so long. But I guess I'll just have to wait until he's on a banner in the future. Right now, I only have one of his talents crowned, and the rest of his talents are at level 9. And that's it for my Razor build. I hope that you like the showcase. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea what I'm doing. If I haven't really watched any other showcases, so I don't really know what to compare this to. Is this a good build or not? Like, is my damage decent? I would like to know. So if you have feedback for me, please put it in the comments. Or if you just think my build is cool, then leave a nice comment. That'll really make my day. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you're watching this, this is your sign to become a Razor main. Man, I really have created a monster. Okay, a lot of other Razor builds use Wolf's Gravestone as its weapon, but I do not have it. That's the only thing stopping me from conquering all of Teyvat at this moment. Once I get that weapon, I'll be unstoppable. Anyways, have a nice day, and if you're a treasure hoarder, watch your back.